An effective way of developing ideas to solve problems is to engage teams in a process called divergent and convergent thinking. If we think about a bell curve and use this to demonstrate this process, at the left side, a team will start with only a few ideas. The team's aim will be to create an abundance of ideas using divergent thinking, and then filter down to the best ideas using convergent thinking. The process starts by using a technique called nominal group technique. This is where individuals grab post-it notes and write down one idea per post-it note. There is only one rule, and that rule is there is no such thing as a stupid idea. We want each person to be alone with their thoughts to generate at least 10 ideas. What works well here is to do a very basic activity at the same time to help broaden or defocus our attention. An example might be going for a brisk walk to get the blood pumping to help generate ideas to fix a possible problem. It is also helpful to put a time frame around this technique, normally 2 to 5 minutes maximum. After we have generated these ideas, the group comes back together and conducts a brainstorming session using these ideas to generate other ideas. Remember, there is no such thing as a stupid idea. Everything counts. It is very important to eliminate duplicates at this stage and clarify if someone doesn't understand an idea. You must only clarify and never justify your idea. Rationality and justifying is not done in this period. Once we have all these ideas, we engage in an activity called an affinity diagram. We take all these ideas, and this is where it is best to have all of them on post-it notes. In silence, we group all of the ideas that are similar or that have some affinity with one another. It is imperative that this is done in silence, and people are encouraged to stick the post-it notes together that have similar themes or could be grouped together. Someone might say in their own brain that this one relates to this one, and that one with this one, and these two with that one. But again, this is done in silence. You want to have quiet, and what sometimes happens is that people want to explain why they think that a certain idea is a good idea or why these two should go together. So this process needs to be facilitated because silence is key. So now you've got a number of grouped ideas, and let's say that you've got between 20 and 40 ideas. It is now your job, or the group's job, to give each grouping a name, title, common theme, or category. Now, with all of the grouping of ideas, we start a process called multi-voting. Multi-voting should take place when you have more than 10 ideas. If fewer than 10, you can go straight into rank ordering, which we'll discuss in a moment. Multi-voting is where each group member has a specific amount of, let's say, sticky dots. Somebody from the group makes a matrix with 2 initial columns. On the left column, we put in all of the grouped ideas or post-it notes, and to the right, we create a column for all of the votes. As an example, let's say you have 35 ideas on post-it notes, and each person has 8 sticky dots. Then everyone sticks a dot next to their favorite ideas. Now this should be done 1 dot per item or grouping of ideas. After the voting, we highlight the top 5 or 6 ideas and circle those. Then we go to rank ordering, and this is where we create other columns depending on how many people are in the team. We populate the column headings with people's names or initials. So let's say we have Tom, Elsa, Mo, and Rob. Then each person rank orders the shortlist, and they give their best ideas the highest number and rank all of the other ideas down in order. So let's say Tom says that this idea he thinks is the top of his list, so he gives that a 5, this one a 4, this one a 2, this one a 3, and so on. And then Mo says that he thinks that this idea is worthy of his number 5. This one is his number 3, this one is his number 2, this one is his number 1, and this one is his number 4. Once everyone has voted, you sum them up and you get a total at the far right-hand column. Therefore, the item that gets the highest total is the number 1 choice. Finally, what you do is take that item down and conduct a structured discussion. You have everyone sitting around a table and each person has 1 minute to say whatever they want, either positive or negative, about that final idea that was multi-voted on and then rank ordered. Then that idea, through dialogue, will help you make sure that everyone is buying into it. This process is a technique that encourages divergent and convergent thinking, and it helps people that only have a few ideas generate thousands of ideas to then come up with an effective solution using nominal group technique, brainstorming, affinity diagram, multi-voting, rank ordering, and a structured discussion at the end.